Okay, we're continuing with our importance of guidance about Shalom Bayit. Says Rabbi Arush in his Sefer, complains and comments. It says husbands complain many times that the wife always complains about the tiniest things. The reason for this is because when she is broken and said from the comments and the criticism, every tiny thing upsets her. Many times we come and complain, Rabbi, I do the smallest thing. She doesn't give me space. Many times the husband says to her, give me some space. You're choking me. For the smallest thing I do, oh, you do this, oh, you do that. And it's really a problem because he gets upset. He gets upset, she gets upset. Says Rabbi Arush, do you know what's the result? Why is this happening? He said, this is as a result of your mistakes. So what is your mistakes? Whenever you are criticizing her, every tiny thing upsets her. Says the second point, when he does this, she cannot understand him or be considerate of him in any way. That's when she becomes argumentative and displeased with everything he does. Whenever he breaks her, the smallest thing that he will do right now will be a big thing in her eyes. Because she doesn't want to consider your problems anymore. She doesn't want to judge you favorably anymore. The fact that the person criticizes his wife causes her to be very upset that the smallest thing she's going to just take off. As we explained a few days ago, with the women it's all or nothing. She feels that it's either I'm 100% making you happy or I'm the worst person for you in the world. There is no any other way. There is no 70-30, 80-20, it doesn't work. It's either or, all or nothing. So whenever you start making comments of criticizing her about the smallest thing, it's already not 100% good for you. If I'm not 100% good for you, I'm 0 for you. That's the nature of a wife. We should not behave like, sometimes we also behave like this. There's something wrong. Okay, look at the other things that they are positive. No, this problem, that's it. If that problem exists, everything is bad. No. Sometimes we men also have the problem that women behave. But this is woman nature, he says. He researches much more than every one of us. To write a book about Shalom Bayit, you know how much you have to have responsibility. This book is I think one of the only books that was translated in so many languages. And every person that read that book about Shalom Bayit, Rabbi the Begana Shalom, it's a Garden of Peace. Every person that read this book said, I wish I knew this book so many years ago when I just got married. But he said in the preface of that book that you should know to read that book before you get married, not when you get married. Before you're getting married, already you're supposed to know how to behave as you are starting your marriage. Certain cases, it says, it's hard to fix because we're so used to a bad lifestyle with the wife. But as we say, kol zman she'aner dolek, efshar letaken. As long as the candle is still on, we're still able to fix. It says the third point is, the first foundation is to avoid comments. And we should pray to Hashem to help us refrain from commenting and criticizing our wife. It says when a person, it's not only Rabotai, it's not only, okay, you want to have a good wife, don't criticize her. No. It's, if you not only want to have a good wife, if you want that wife not to look at the smallest thing that you do, and it really bothers the men. Men are very global. They don't like details. General. That's the nature of men. Men is macro, and women are micro. There's the smallest details. Men don't like that. That's why Paro knew how to gonna make the men torture, make them stay with the kids. The men raise the kids, and the women went to work, which is the opposite of everyone's nature. Men cannot deal with all these small details. Very hard for them. So whenever the wife is making a big deal out of as they say, from a fly she makes an elephant. From a zvu osim pil, nemala osim pil. From an ant they make an elephant. It's bothering the men. Because what is the smallest thing? And at work, I get by with this problem many times with my coworkers, with my friends, with my cousins. Why would her? It's a big deal for her. So the answer, he says, because you complain and you are commenting on her, you're criticizing her, she feels that's it. I cannot be caring about you anymore. I cannot be considering any of your problems. If you had a tough day and you came and you said something not right, she's going to blow up back on you. She's not going to consider, listen, you had a tough day. That's the reason he said that. I'm not considering you anymore. I don't want to be considerate of any of your problems anymore. And what's the reason this happens? Because the man, a day ago, 2 days ago, last week, criticized her about something. So it's very important, Rabotai, if you want to maintain your Shalom Bayit for many years to come, that you're coming home, you put the plug over here in the mind. I don't criticize my wife. The tapachki are not namis, they're not on place. The dishes are piles of who knows how long. The food is not as good as you would like to have. The rest of the problems in the house is happening in the house. Make sure you don't criticize. You accept this is the best for you from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and like this, Rabotai, the less you're going to criticize, the better you're going to have a relationship. The more you criticize, don't think that a second marriage, third marriage, fourth marriage is going to make it. Not always is true. Majority of the time is not true. So here it's on that we should be successful and look in the positive. As it says over here, commenting, praying to Hashem. Hashem, help me to refrain from commenting and criticizing my wife. Here it's on that we should be successful in this mission. Chavod.